What is the meaning of Freedom Day? So Freedom Day is a word that I actually made up. So Freedom Day is a replacement word for the word retirement. Retirement is an agricultural word. It means to put cattle to pasture, to die. We're not cattle, we're not dying, we're going to be free. And the truth of how you track your life is I track it in chapters. So when I teach my Big Table folks, which is 25 years, longest standing mentoring and mastermind group in the world that I'm aware of, we do amazing, fun activities around their freedom days. Like, what is a freedom day? So you could say, well, I want to be worth $1 million. Have you actually calculated that out? $1 million invested at, say, an average of 12% is $120,000 a year divided by 12. That's $10,000 a month. Is that enough to be done? Or choose the next chapter? I have clients worth 20 million, 40 million, all the way up to 170 million. So their freedom days are great. The variance of a freedom day per family is extremely different. Some of you might want to be a 100,000-aire. Some of you want to be a millionaire. Some of you want to be worth 5 million, 10 million, 100 million. Some of you have a billionaire goal in sight. You want to reel back the reality to that of what it takes to get there. And are you willing? Do you have the teams and systems to get you there? That's the question. So to get to your Freedom Day, let's talk about 3 different things. First of all, with the definition, what does a Freedom Day mean? I've described it more casually. Let's get to the definition. Number 2, how do you calculate it? And why, once you have your Freedom Day and you start understanding these chapters of your life and really goal setting around it, it will change everything. It changes everything about your trajectory. It changes everything about your ability to achieve goals and have the efficacy in your life. So let's start with the definition of Freedom Day. So the definition, Freedom Day is the date when you have your passive income covers your lifestyle expenses. After that, your work becomes play and your personal and business life becomes integrated. Freedom Day is something that you want to talk to your significant other about. You want to start including your family and your conversations. Are you actually designing a legacy inside of your family, or are you going to spend it all by the time you die? So we have families that come in and they want to have nothing when they walk off the planet. We have families who want the Rockefeller plan. They want to own nothing, control everything, and they want to build, generation after generation after generation. So it's up to you. I don't have any judgment about it. I say I'm going to meet you where you are, take you where you want to go. This is your goal. So how do you get there? So Freedom Day, again, is not a retirement. We're not going to use that word. It's about having the control and the financial literacy and the financial strategy to get what you want when you say you want. How much money are you going to make this year? What new assets are you going to buy this year? What's your tax liability going to look like this year? And everything else. Are you going to contribute to your 401ks? Are you going to cash them out and roll them over to the Roth? Like, there are so many layers of this integrated plan. See, the financial services world is intentionally segregated. It's like they all hide behind these different doors, and you got to pick the door. You still, if you opened up every door and had every expert standing in front of you that has a financial license, you still have to navigate. So why I do what I do and stay the educator, the advocate for you and your family, is to help you understand at a behavioral level, what do each of these experts bring to you? Why are they vital to your team? And they are going to be a part of you getting a Freedom Day. You're not going to get a Freedom Day on your own. I mean, you might hit your first one, you might get your first million kind of on your own, but I don't believe in self-made millionaires. I think they're team-made. Somebody has helped support you, educated you, given you opportunities along the journey. So let's call it a team-made millionaire and get to your first Freedom Day goal as fast as we can. We have millionaires that have been made as soon, my fastest is 142 days. And the average and the promise of the millionaire maker is a 3 to 5 year millionaire. So that's how you're going to make your money, how you're going to maximize all deductions so you have a great tax strategy, and then how are you going to invest that money for great returns so you can achieve your Freedom Day, and it's actually calculated versus an emotional guess. And a lot of you are living on an emotional guess. And especially now with the variance or the concern for Social Security, if you're including that, or if you think you're going to have a pension, is your company even still viable that offered you a pension? Like, where are you going to land in that later chapter of your life? So as you calculate your Freedom Day, think about all of the things. Even if you pay off all your assets, you pay off your home, which that's a whole variable conversation. And you go to a playlist up above and create a whole playlist of what I think about paying off low interest debt. I'm not a fan. But let's just say you pay everything off. You're still going to need cash flow. You're going to have to pay for your phone bill, your electric, your rent or mortgage, your food, right? You still have a need for money. and you're going to need a certain amount of cash flow. If you like to travel and you have big, hairy, audacious goals or big bucket list goals, some trips could cost you $20,000 to $50,000. So are you putting that into your Freedom Day number so you actually are including everything? You also have your annual bills. So think about your annual bills as you're calculating your Freedom Day. Is what's your property tax going to be? Just in general, do you have a life insurance policy? Like, where are your big annual premiums? Do you have a healthcare premium you're going to have to do every year? Or every year, or do you do it every month? So as you look at everything broadly, everything you ever had to pay that year, you want to put that in your calculation to come up with how much do you need at your Freedom Day. Do your first pass at it, and our teams would love to help you and support you to come up with a more accurate Freedom Day. Now, one of the things I want to offer you is I do want to offer you a free download of the Millionaire Maker. Read up to chapter 3 where it's a gap analysis. So a gap analysis includes your baseline, which there's our recordings out here on the channel about how to get a baseline. And then this one is how to get your Freedom Day, which is what do you want. We actually then will do a gap and then talk through some solutions that will help really fill in those gaps and fill in more of an integrated plan versus a guessing plan. Most of you have, and what we see is an emotional plan. You have a lot of ideas about what you want. You have an emotion about what you want. You have fear because that you lack knowledge. So I want you to lean in and actually learn about you, your life, and your goals so you can create a legacy or generational wealth if that's what you want. That's what we're known for doing, is helping you create that whole integrated plan. So while you're here on this channel, I'd like you to subscribe and click that notification button. Listen to it 5 days a week, share it with your family, your friends, and get other people into this conversation. There is one right conversation on how to be a millionaire. It's not difficult, it's just different. Most people operate emotionally, they don't actually have a plan. And no plan is a plan. And that means you're going to end up in probate, give 30 to 50% to the state, your family will have a mess, and you left it that way. So be responsible and handle your baseline, handle your Freedom Day. Why having a gap analysis and really knowing your Freedom Day, knowing that baseline, knowing where you're going and having that directive, it changes everything. Because now you have confidence, number one. You have evidence through a low tax liability per year instead of overpaying taxes every year and hoping for a little return or some ridiculous return. How about you actually manage and create and design that return? How about you design your income and you design your assets and how you want this to be? So it's all predictable. It's a logic math equation. It is not an emotional equation. So let us help you. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request. Please take advantage of our gap analysis and get your Freedom Day ready for that conversation with our team.